Hey, what's going on, everybody? Shit! Sorry, came in and got a drink open yet. I'm not used to filming in this location anymore. I have not filmed here in quite a while, folks. Quite a while. There's some stuff coming up that, oh God, by the time it goes up, it'll be a year after I filmed it. By the time this goes up, this will be way outdated. What we got here is, this is Eastman and Laird's Ninja Turtles, Volume 1. Never can remember the issue number on this. And the only reason this is, I'll just show issue 33, June of 90. To just show that I have been a Turtles fan for quite a long time. This is a 90s issue, but I actually am one of them people that had gotten, I want to say when I jumped in, issue 3 or 4 of the Mirage run was like the newest one out. Like that's what you could get in first print. Everything else was like a second, third, fourth maybe. And I read it off and on when I could get to the comic shop and pick it up. Something I never put on my pull list. As a kid, I was weird. It's like these titles that you never knew when they were coming out. My assumption was you couldn't put that on your pull list. Like it had to be something they knew was coming out. I don't know why. But I did read it off and on. And then I just fell out of reading Turtles. Like after the Mirage, like long before this run ended, I quit reading. No, I didn't read City. I read City at War. The Image run I dropped, did not really read. The second one from this, that's like in color, I didn't really read too recently. I never read Tales of the Turtles. And then that last run's, volume 4, technically, the one that Laird can still work on. He just hasn't in years, and I haven't read the last couple issues of that. But I read a good chunk of it. It's good. But the one that says I've fallen out of the Turtles. Did see the old Fred Wolf cartoon. I love the merch from it. I'm not the big fan of the cartoon. I love that there's all kinds of great merch from it. So just wanted to show that, I started off, with the original Turtles. What got me back in was I saw this at the local Walmart, of all places. I'm like, what the hell? And I'd heard about Les Ronan. Okay, I was like, okay, it's like, Eastman and Laird doing their version of Dark Knight Returns or, whatever, something like that, the final Turtle story. Okay, this is a cool idea. And what stopped me from getting it at first was I looked into it and kind of found out what Laird's contribution was, which was not a lot. It ain't a lot, but I'm like, okay, I'll take a chance. Didn't want to pay. It was like 20, maybe 25, 30. Let me see what the cover price was. It was under cover price there. It's a $30. It was probably like $25. I didn't want to pay that. Waited and got this thing off Amazon for like $20. Got it in one evening, and the plan was sit down and read like an issue or two, because I think it's 4 or 5 issues tops. Read an issue 2, read it over a couple of nights. I got into it. Hold on. And blew through this thing and did not realize like 3 hours had passed. Because I'm going to flip through it real quick. It's not super dense. It's just I was looking at all the detail and stuff. And what it is, it's set way in the future, and this is still a nice hardcover. And there's only one turtle left. He's sure that April is dead. He's sure that Casey is dead. His brothers are dead. And he is going after Shredder's grandkid, I think it is. And they're in charge in New York now. And he's going to kill them. He's going to get his revenge and then die for what happened to his brothers. And let's see, you see the side there, you see the swords. Like, if this whole first issue, you're not supposed to know who this last Ronin is. Now, before I read this, I saw the cover of the next book I'm going to show you. I'm like, shit. It got spoiled for me. And it's like Eastman. Hold on, let me look and see. Story by Eastman, Laird, and Tom Waltz. Tom Waltz guy's been doing the IDW run for a long time. Script by Eastman and Waltz. Pencil and Spot. Esau Escorza, Ben Bishop, Kevin Eastman, and Isaac Escorza. Layouts by Kevin Eastman. Okay, so Eastman's got a hand in the art, and it shows. And this whole first issue is just badass. He's fighting. Like, there's parts of this that heavily remind me of Wolverine fighting the Hellfire Club in the sewers of, what's that, Uncanny... 133? Yeah, I'm probably off with that number. I'm not good at my Uncanny X-Men numbers anymore. I'm not an X-Men fan anymore. I mean, I am. I just don't really love the flying cars. You see, it's in the future. And this is Oroku Hiroto. It's one that's in charge, and he realizes that the last Ronin's coming after him. He's getting in there, beating the shit out of stuff. I'm going to skip ahead. and he fails. He decides he's going to kill himself. I'm sorry, Father, I failed you. Please forgive me. And he does shove the sword in. And we get a flashback. And here's April O'Neil talking to Michelangelo. He finds Michelangelo. And that's the whole story. It's Michelangelo. And he tells a good chunk of this story in here. April's missing an arm. Of what happened. And just gorgeous art. I'm going to do a longer dive into this. I just want to. Just amazing art. Great story. It reads I would say it reads incredibly quick, which it does, but then there's parts like, like this here where all this line working on. I'm like, I just got so deep into this. I mean, that's the kind of stuff I remember from the old Turtles run. This kind of stuff I loved. And a good chunk of that is reprinted. Now, some of it they can't reprint. The Mirage run, like the Rick Beach issues, they can't reprint. There's a couple other people. There's a couple of creators that would not sign away, and I understand why. Don't blame them. They wouldn't sign away their rights. So those issues, you just got to find the issues or find the old trades and pay a fortune for the trades. You probably get the issues cheaper. There's probably more of those printed. And then at the end here, it's Michelangelo taking on Silver Shredder, basically. And he ends up killing him. And look, it's in a damn mud pit. They're fighting. This is really Dark Knight Returns, the mutant fight here. But it works. And look, no peace. And a long time I didn't have the K and the W, it was no peace. And Casey and April's kid is named Casey. Then we skip ahead. And we get Mikey waking up. The original Casey Jones, Splinter, and his brothers. And then we get this little epilogue where Casey Jr., I guess is the best way to call her, going through the martial arts book she got left. And she's talking to these four little turtles. All right, so we get the covers. I'm going to go through those in a bit because I got a better version. But yeah, that right there, I'm like, this is amazing. Then I found out, there's a prequel sequel series, and I saw this at Walmart and had to grab it. This is the cover I'm talking about because there's Last Ronin and there's Michelangelo. Shit. Now, this came out afterwards. This was like another 4 issues, I think. $29. It was $25 at Walmart. I gladly paid it. And it's another one I'm planning on reading. I think I read this over 2 nights. Riders of Eastman and Wants. The old stuff is Cel Gallant and Marie Keane, I'm guessing that is, on inks. The now stuff is Ben Bishop on pencil ink. Pencil inks on Splinter's Journal is Kevin Eastman. Just Lily published in the Last Ronin, Lost Years issues 1 through 5, and Last Ronin Lost Day special. And this just shows what happened to Michelangelo after his brothers died, and what's happening with the new ones, which is Odin, Uno, I can't remember, Moha. All of them are like whatever language it's in, word for one. And she's training them to be a unit. You see the pages from the journal. And I love the story of Michelangelo, going off on his own. He wants to die. He wants to be out in nowhere. Doesn't want to have to do with anybody. And shit keeps on happening to him. I'm trying to think how to explain this. And I love how, of all the turtles from that run, because, if you only really know them, because this is technically not in the Mirage continuity. There's a few little things that, it's technically not, but it is. I mean, it's close enough. That if you know the original Turtles' personalities and know the Fred Wolf or the Fox Kids or what's the one that just ended recently? I don't remember. It's the one I've not watched hardly any of. Yeah, you know those. Okay. Michelangelo was kind of the more fun-loving one, and him just becoming this insane monster, it works. If he was the last one left, his guilt would turn him into this. And he goes and helps out a village. It's just, so much here. And you get flashbacks and flash forwards. And at the end, you find out his whole journey until he gets back to New York. And then there is the new Turtles, which they're doing a series. I don't think we've gotten All these covers are great. I don't think we've gotten a trade yet. I'm going to get all these in hardcover. I have to. I've got the first two, as you said. Mike Deodato. Holy shit, I did not realize that. Oh, fuck. Mike Deodato did 2 different covers. Oh, I mean, it's the same one almost. Kevin Eastman did some great covers. Frank Cho. Old ass April O'Neil. All right, so there. Well, they got me again, and I paid full price for this probably. The director's cut. Yeah, they did a director's cut of it. And it is, was it more? Yeah, this was $50. It was like $35. It is, okay, besides, you get the story that I've already shown you. I don't think there's any more really added to the story. No, it's just, the story's the same. When you get, it's like right about, back here. Okay, you get the cover gallery, and this thing had so many variant covers, and some of these are just gorgeous. And I was like, this will look really good on the shelf next to the other ones. I'll got to get them all mindset here. Like that Casey Jones one right there. It's just, Actually, I like this Brittany Pezzolillo. I thought that was Simon Bisley for a minute when I first. Oh, it's Kevin Eastman. Okay, shit, I'm looking at the wrong name. That's Kevin Eastman. Okay, I thought it was Simon Bisley for a second. Sophie Campbell. I don't know who Sophie Campbell is. Dave Wachter. Okay, Freddie Williams III. Kevin Eastman. That's a great cover. The development. And this night shows like the original story notes by Eastman and Laird from. And I joked when I said they're written on a napkin. It's page 6. Character design. I mean, it was. Laird's contribution was a lot more to it than I really thought. I'm glad I got this, because that proves it to me a lot more than. Yeah. Oh, just. All this extra stuff that. Honestly, I'm probably going to end up selling that first hardcover or just keeping this one. Hey, look, it's Elektra. No, it's Karai. Sinja. Baxter Stockman, the Mausers. Krang. Going for this kind of look, Krang from the TV show. Fucking Last Ronin 3, Casey. Like, they went in, there are some detailed notes here. Like, city views, like that. I see why this, I'm glad I waited. I would have hated for reading this issue to issue, because there was like some big gaps. But I mean, it's their Dark Knight Returns, and there was big gaps in Dark Knight Returns. I mean, really, yeah, there was. Then we get cover concept sketches. I like that one. That one ain't bad. And then that, and we're over. So basically, I spent about $75 and got it. But I'm out, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that. Man, if you did, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe, all the other bullshit. Talk to everybody later. Bye bye.